Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be completing a project that I have partially done. I am participating in the swap on the Maymay Made It site. I don't know if this swap is still open, but if it is, I can definitely link that information in the description box below. Also, and that's not sponsored by me, that is put on by Maymay Made It and her team. But this folio that I created from 3 pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock is from her recipe. I'm also going to link that video below. This is the initial version where there wasn't a second pocket. So I am going to go ahead today and finish covering my folio. Again, the dimensions are all in her video, and I'm going to link that right down below so that you can watch it. It was really easy to do, and I made like 7 of them already, 7 of the bases. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on what I think is going to be one of the finished projects or products that I'm going to actually send to swap. So now I'm just taking the washi off. I hold my magnets down with washi while the glue sets because I don't have self-adhesive magnets. So at any rate, let's get started. So there are a few different things that this folio needs to have. It needs to have 7 spots for 4x6 photos. So I went ahead and created some photo mats ahead of time that are 4x6, and then one folder that'll slide into this pocket. But I'm going to go ahead and just get started with decorating. I have one more cut to make, and that is, let's see, that is this one. I need to cut this portion down for my pocket. So this is a 3-inch pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 2 3/5 inches. Two and 3/5. So this is a 3-inch pocket. I'm going to cut this down to 2 3/4. 2 3/4. I want this side, so I'm going to cut it this way. 2 3/4. I'm not really sure why I always use the bottom of my trimmer, but I do. So this one goes here. And then this one, we're just going to take a little bit of a sliver off of it because it's going to be kind of even in between the pocket and the score line. So I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off of this. So those are ready. And then I have 7 other mats that I created that are, so I have 7 of these, and they are 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. And the paper pack that I'm using today is Getaway. I thought that a travel theme would be nice to get in a swap, because even if you do just a local getaway or a day trip, it's nice to have something that's travel themed to put your photos and things in. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these down. Let's see. So these all have some basic designs on them, front and back. The most exciting one, I think, is this map, which is of the US and Canada, North America. So I thought it would be cool to have that on the front. But I just want to flip through these really quick and make sure it's not something else I want. And this paper pack is has enough sheets in it that I could get something different on each of these pages. So, kind of like this one. Looks a little busy though. I feel like if this is on the cover, it's just obvious that it's a travel one. Also like this though. Yeah, I love this. Just remember that you have your magnets, so you're going to have it closing. So if you have an image that goes all the way across the front, you want to make sure that you know what's going to be covered up by that flap. Ooh. Did you ever peel up your piece of paper that's already got glue on it and feel like you're in a race to get it glued together before it dries? I do that. All right. So based on the rest of the pages that I have here, I think I just don't want these two to be right next to each other just because of their color. I'm going to go ahead, flip them over though, and just see if there's anything exciting here. This is not my favorite. This is not my favorite. I really like these airplanes. I like both of these. This one's a pretty fancy design, but I think just to bring all the colors together, I'm going to use that piece. And we have our map and this damask, this fancy wallpaper one. So I'm going to use this side. Okay. Let's see. And I have them all cut down, so I'm just going to start gluing things in. Okay, so I had originally cut all of my mats to be the same size because these ones are 6 inches across by 8 1/4. But this piece is folded at a different dimension. So this is one 8.5 by 11 sheet, and it was scored down the middle. So that's 5.5. So these are 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. So that is 4 of the mats that are going to go on this particular fold out. All of the dimensions and everything are in Maymay's video and probably her blog post. So again, I'm going to link those down below. And I am super excited to see what everybody makes. I don't do a lot of swaps, but in the last year, this is I think my third one. And it really does kind of not only help me get rid of some of the stuff that I hoard because I want to use it for something special, but it also helps me kind of get outside my comfort zone sometimes. So I always watch for swaps. Brittany on BB's Crafts does a lot of swaps, and you know, you can just find them all over the places. So this one, again, was one that I cut by 6. No, what did I? This one I cut at 5 3/4, but I need it at 5 1/4. So I'm gonna cut this off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut 2 more while I'm at it. Probably this one. Down to 5 1/4. The height on these is already good. And one more. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy next to this busy one. I'm gonna put this one here because when you open the book, I feel like it's it kind of is what you see that is going to tie all the colors together. So I'm gonna put that one here. Oh no. Aw. Whoops. I wasn't going to use the Eiffel Tower. I myself have never been to France. But once we get the mat on it, you're not going to see a ton of it anyway, so. Oop. So now, on this inside part, I think I'll do this map. No, I think I'm going to put the map on the back because everything else is going to be covered up by a photo map. So I'm going to put these here, or this here. That goes this way. This one reminds me of old wallpaper as well. When I was a kid, my grandparents had fancy, like, blocked fake velvet wallpaper that was like a dark red in their bedroom, and I always thought it was so fancy. Just going through my pages here. I need to make 2 mats for the flap, the front and the back, and so they're going to be the same size. So this one, I think I'm going to use for both sections. This is a 1 3/4 inch. This mat, or this flap, is 1 3/4 inches. Yep. So what we want is a strip that's 1 1/2 inches by 8 1/4. So let's cut this down to 8 1/4. Just going to do 2 that are 1 1/2. Anybody else ever use this little, have this thing on their paper trimmer where you can close it and then lock the arm into place? I forget that it's there, and even when I use it, I still hold down the arm, but it's pretty neat. So I have 2 of these. Put this guy aside. Going to glue these down. Get this guy out of the way. And I think I want these going up instead of down. I'm going to try to line it up so that the top and lines here and the bottom of this aligns here, just for extra. Open that up and burnish that down a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this one the same way. So for my swap, for my folio for the swap, I did create a folder for some of the photo mats. So just took one piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock, and I cut it down so that it would fit in this pocket. So I cut it to 7 by 10. So 7 by 10, and then I scored it at 5. And so that gave me some room to use some more of the paper. And what I did is I went to the paper pack, and there were these 2 cut aparts, which are fantastic. And then I cut these two. So we have, for this folder, 2 pieces that are 6.5 by 4.5. Just glue those down in any direction you want. All right, there's that. For swoop. That goes right in here. Fabulous. I love the way that looks. And we're going to glue some 4x6 sheets into the book as other photo mats. So we'll probably have do this here and this here. 1, 2. Not sure the orientation yet. 3, because that's kind of busy. 4. And 5. I think I'm going to glue this one down in the bottom and make like a little pocket. I'm just going to glue it down. And that quickly I changed my mind. Kind of really in love with this pattern all of a sudden. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 photo mats. I was thinking about doing something like this on the cover. It says my favorite places to visit. But maybe for now, I will just slip this in the pocket. If it fits here. I could cut it down and put it here, and that would be pretty cool. I went ahead and used the sticker sheet to do some final decoration, and of course forgot to film that part. So here's just a little flip of what it ends up looking like. I know that I didn't use white for the photo mats, but you can definitely also stamp your photo mats with either your camera stamp or place photo here stamp from the action stamp set, and decorate these however you want. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see another one, I have like 6 more that I'm doing. One in Flora number 3, and one I think in Salon. One of the Stephen Duncan fancy lady ones. Can't think of what it's called. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget, safety first.